there were artists that were recording the rhythm that Birch was telling me that they started to complain and say, you shouldn't buy sir, and we first know you, and where, and you're a producer, and you go buy sir, and this, and to my song take off, and them start complaining. I mean, I'm going to start to say to myself, say, I saw the business corrupt.
Seetyah, Seetyah.
Which part it there? Seetyah, don't kill no more. Don't kill no more. Tired to see dead body lay down on the floor. Greetings for your advice. When you see the image, you don't know so unique one scene. Yeah, man, I represent for Seetyah Entertainment. Maddest Entertainment worldwide, global. You understand? You can check out Seetyah Entertainment on Facebook. Check them out on YouTube. You can also follow them on Instagram. You understand what I say? Yeah, man, Seetyah Entertainment is where entertainment live. Seen?
If you haven't already done so, follow us on Instagram. Remember to give this video a like. To be a part of the Seetyah squad, subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you will get our latest video updates.
You started at what age?
Yeah, man, I started 16. Really early. I started at 16. I was actually the youngest female until Lady Patrick came. So even though I was pairing with a lot of the other female them, I was basically the youngest.
And so
at the time.
Some of the artists and the female artists that you were pairing with at the time, can you give us some of the names them?
Yeah, well, I was actually I was around Sasa. I know Gemini of that was of Alpha Tree Road. So everybody used to come there. So we used to have like Lady G coming there, Junior Rangs, you know, all the females at the time that were already busy doing something, you know. And we used to look up and say, boy, I'm one bus to and all these things, you know.
The first time you knew that you had actually had a talent for music and not for music, when did you realize that?
Wow. I think at that tender age, I recalling always singing when I used to go. You know them days when we used to go spend holiday with Granny and country. I used to just be Granny send me to feed the fowl, and when me have feed fowl, I may go up on the veranda afterwards. But there's a DJ. They want one lyrics at the time, and but there's a DJ that one lyrics to everybody. And I noticed my cousin them always about me, you know, all of my sound full of about me. So it was at a tender age of about. I mean, I don't even know, 4 or 5. I was just a kid with my toys and was just singing and just say, I love it, you know. It was really young. And then I keep doing it till I start in primary school. I keep active. I notice that every time a drama or a concert comes, I am ready. I am always singing. I'm always doing something. You know, so from primary school, then when I reached high school, it got even worse. But I just started to do barbecues, brunches, everything, messy. I start to write songs. All when them sound cool, I write them. Until I start get better and better. So it's like my high school now, I start to realize that this is what I'm going to do when I leave school. No matter what subjects I have, I'm going to do my music. So I really, high school confirmed it. After all those barbecues, I became like the star in the school. And everybody I said, yeah. I'm Charmaine, because Charmaine, I must have not name them time, and I'm name Macka this and the lady that. They must know say Charmaine that. And then I said Charmaine, and we used to just, we have art class, and I always want to go to the back of the yard to tell the teacher that I want to go to the back to draw the trees and draw what is around there. But really and truly, I want to go around there to entertain my friends. So when I go around there and scream to me, I draw, me around that DJ and go on with a bag of things, and my friend them give me power. And when I come up and I'm not draw, I'm ready to beat me.
Which high school was this?
Can't not draw.
Big up to all the childhood. Yeah.
All the childhood high.
So sister them supposed to want get a little key in them
yeah, so it was so crazy. Everybody said, where you got?
Yep.
I know that school is strict already. So it's like, but me didn't just I don't know, being an older child, I was still I was really bright doing it because I was doing all my subjects and getting it, because even at 9th grade I was running second in my class. Before I even graduated, I was running second. I remember a girl called Diana. She was the only one that was always beating me. But when I get 99, she get the 100. When I get the 100, we always been back and forth. So it's not like I wasn't doing my work. I was one of the fastest typists. When them time that right now, even on the computers, on the laptop, I can close my eyes and know everything that's done because of that. Because I used to just type fast. When I'm leaving Holy Child, they took all of my dockets and said I wanted to show every other student coming after me. That's all I was doing. Yeah. So it's not like I wasn't learning. I was doing. Sister Stephanie was yeah, Sister Stephanie. Somebody said right. It was Sister Stephanie at the time, and I remember we get a couple punishments still. Them used to give me the punishment. They stand up on 1 foot right in the office. We get a couple of that.
Somebody.
We get a couple of that. But we just say I'm using. But them wicked things because they say them punish me at school. When the barbecue and the concert them come, Charmaine, them a book Charmaine tweet say me.
I used to.
Me I get beaten but me still book for show them. And then when I look, me I meet Squidly Rankin, then me I meet them man them back in the days where them hot and I come with them big chain and all these things. And I tell them, say, me soon come on road and I'm soon come on road. And them see me perform and it was great. Kind of all the child at big school, so them get the big top artists, them the Josie Whale, this, so we look beer superstar from my school for barbecue and I run go introduce myself. I'm sure, man. And when I leave school, I'm gonna come out there too, and me I introduce myself. I was a top swimmer. I was a swimmer. I used to be on the swim team too. So when I graduated, I love music so much that the swim teacher was begging me to join the Jamaica swim team, and I said to him, said, no, I want to do music, and he was really mad at me, and he wanted me to keep going, because I used to go to champs every year. So that was a second love for me at Old Child, apart from me performing in all of the drama classes. I used to swim. Every competition, we used to beat out the Old Child. I run last, but we still win. Every time we go stadium, we come like good a year, not more, but when we had to look in a school, we win a couple of them.
So, from Old Child now, you left and went to go on the road to find. What's the first song?
Yes.
You can remember
the first song, oh my God. When we leave Old Child, I decided to not do 6 form, I go finish. Which I think that was very bad for me, because my mother went away and me never understand all these things. Yeah. So when I graduated, I thought school was done. So me never go back to the 6th form, which me regretted that. And we start to go. I introduced myself to Squidly them and Josie Whale and them people there backstage. So I remember them tell me about I used to pass up a skate land, so I used to see them hang out at skate land too. So when we do now, I start going skate land now, go hang out. And then every time skate land, when I leave skate land a year, so I'm going barbecue, different barbecue all about. So I said, me I go too. And I saw me start to take on the road, and sometimes them said I'm going to one studio, and I follow behind them and I start to get to meet, and start going to King Jammins and Tubby's. And I remember from Portmore, I had Lady Junie, and I heard that she lived at Westchester, and I went and find her house and introduced herself to me, because that's all I'm staying on. Anything I want, I go for it. So I went and introduced herself to me, and she said, okay, I'll sing. And she said, all right, I'm going to bring her to King Tubby's, and she brought me to King Tubby's, and King Tubby decided to say I'm going to manage me. But them said that to me name Charmaine, I call myself Lady Charm. Yeah, so I come out of school, I give myself a name, myself name Lady Charm, but there comes Sister Charmaine, bus out of the park. So everybody started to say, your name too close to Sister Charmaine, I'm going to change it. I said, Lord Jesus. Then I start make up all sorts of foolishness. Then I start to say, Lady Worries. And I like, go and keep the little Lady Worries. Until I remember one day now, Major Mackerel get this big song now, the Dan Band. And when he got the Dan Band, I decided that I wanted to counteract it. And say, can I rush it down, girl? So when I run go into the room where King Tubby's, because King Tubby's just in our room, and I treat my king him up on his big king chair and in my office, and very nice gentleman. I used to love King Tubby's. He was a very respectable man. And I must add that I must give thanks that I have bucked up on a lot of respectable people in the business. I wasn't the one that I was being abused, Because King Tubby's was the one that showed me a lot of respect and things. And I remember when I run in the room and we start singing to him, I said, King, I find a song, finally. And I said, can't rush it, young girl, can't rush it. Young girl, can't rush it. Him said, Ray, it sounds good, but guess what? Me, I call her Lady Mackerel. And I said, Lord Jesus, no. You're me did a bowl for name problem. I change the name for me. I'll call it Lady Mackerel. Oh, when my police or something, they have to say a name, Lady Mackerel. I'm say,
But
Chumo
that,
will
but
want the
that,
boss. I say,
but
all
hold
right,
on,
all
Mackerel.
right.
People don't
That's so many.
understand. We are talking about King Tubby's. We're not talking about a little man around the road who say my producer. This is one of the first king of dancehall, like
The king.
producer wise.
If it's in front of the king, it's a big thing. That was where I learned a lot of how to DJ for rhythm. And okay, I'm going to the studio, I'm gonna get my chances them, and you know. And he was kind of more, he was like a manager to me. And he taught me a lot, you know. When King Tubby's died, I mean, it's like it took away all of my life because I knew that he was gonna put my career to the
Yeah.
forefront before the long time it took after he died. You know? Yeah. After he died, it took a longer time, but I knew he was gonna be there for me because he was a very respectable man and he rated our sounded and he was working with me. And then when we just do the song and the song just start playing for radio, start much of the players and they start them to me end up introduce
What
myself
was
to
that
Major
like
Mackerel
introducing yourself to
and they listen.
Major Mackerel, which was a hot DJ at the time?
Because he was asking about I see him Skateland too. So he was asking about this lady, this girl where I sing him song. And then I said, all right, then I go check him up at Skateland and I remember him start I'm out of Skateland because as your boss you start I'm out of Skateland. So I see him come at Skateland and I got introduce myself to him and say, oh you I must say, oh the power man. And so we start power and him came and go a couple shows and you know. But before that I was going places with Professor Nuts because King Tubby's was managing Professor Nuts at the time. And I was his opening. Yeah, I was his opening up. So everywhere that Professor Nuts went, I go with him and
Big up to Professor
and open all of his shows. And Professor Nuts was very respectable too. He never yet make a pass at me. He never, you know, say, little girl, I want to sleep with you. Nothing. He was such a great person. As I tell you, I buck up in a lot of good people. Because I used to be late out at night with Professor Nuts and late in the mornings and King Tubby's put us in our taxi and we go to Linstead, Ochi, all over
Professor
Jamaica.
Nuts.
I went with Professor Nuts. And he has never in the one day and say, you know, one girl or touch me or nothing. And I used to respect that because I said, oh my God, I get some real people to work with. And so after that now, we start to go out by myself and after Tubby's died, that's when I have to go out there now and you know, we start par with other people. Then we start with King Jammins. And that's where we start to meet. You know, see Shabba them, say, you know, before Shabba them boss and a lot of people don't know me hang out with Shabba them and by this time, you know, we got to meet Admiral Bailey because he was the hot thing at that time and you know, then we start to see Bounty Killer, Elephant Man. We just start to see everybody. We just start and me I do my thing same way, you know? So it was, yeah, so from King Tubby's died, it was we had to just know so I run a jammings where they know and we start to learn the business again, same man. The King now, King look out for me. Then I was between King Jammings, then I started to end up to go to Shocking Vibes and link up with Patrick Roberts. Patrick Roberts started to manage me now. And we used to do a lot of recording for Patrick. Patrick, you know, treated me good. Anything I wanted, you know, he was there for me too. So as I said, we just book up, we just running at some good people. You never trouble me like artists and other people and man. But it's just up to you. It's not. I wasn't been forced. You know, it's like them make a talk for you. If it's up to you. It's up to you. You know, and if they reach that stage, they make me cut. If I go on studio and I said really reach a stage, I just cut. You know, you know, so I work with somebody else. You know, Pick Out. We used to work with Pick Out. I mean, Seetyah and Clevey. Whole heap of these people I used to work with, and you know, and sometimes it's the way how you present yourself, you know. So I always been presenting myself business like me. I do road, so you know my things. You know you can't talk for me, you know, because you know my things. Me always just shut away. Me not know for myself. Me not really. Me just do business, you know. You know, I really see me apart on the road and me gone say me gonna check man or man thing or I just straight my work me do. Cause you around me and you see all the flex stuff. You know?
So far, you name some of them. You name King Tubby's, which I'm glad that you highlighted. King Tubby said a couple of stuff then because he was some. By the time I really got into music, he already passed. but I've heard a lot of great things. It's always good to hear stories about some of the legends
Yeah.
that paved the road for music. He said King Jammins.
He was good. That man used to bring me everywhere. He bring us out. He always giving us money to make sure we're okay. And he was a real king. And he was teaching us music, and he was doing good music, and he was a real king. He was someone that I know, even if in the die years after I just die of natural, he would have still be around me because I loved his company, and he wasn't someone that was trying to say abuse me. Even when time the security he had out there, the security was trying to make a pass at me, and Chuma never look upon him and cuss me up.
Yeah.
King Tubby would have never do that. You understand what I mean? I say? So as I say to you, and I like say people not say, yo, oh, mother sleep with them, hey girl, come here, sex together. But it's all you deal with it. You ignore them, I'm ignore them, I'm move on. I'm gonna make that bother me, I'm gonna make that be the point of me coming there. I make sure so I say, listen to me, and that me coming for do me make it clear, and that's it, and then it just move on from that.
See, so you move on. So
yeah.
Dan Woman, the Major Mackerel counteraction was the first song that you noticed.
Right.
Which other songs that were notable when you go to Shocking Vibes? Because I know Shocking Vibes were there.
As Lady Mackerel, I have a song that I did called it was doing well in Canada. What's that? I did it on the Punana rhythm. I think it's the same song. I think it's a song that I do it over about 10 different times. Oh, what a pity. Two gala fight over my man. Oh, what a pity. Two gala fight over my man. People that can that song.
You sang, you also
you know that song
from a couple of years ago.
Then that me tell them I record that song about 100 times. That song I record over about 100 times. But the song went good. And no, the one that I recorded for you is the one that is mashing up Trinidad, I think. That was a song where went well for me. I used to go to Canada a lot because of that song. And then I realized I'm still never getting justice, never match the whole world. So I always still record it. I just love the song. Oh, what a pity too. And then when I recorded for you, it has been a hot song in Trinidad right now. Like if we go to Trinidad, it's one of the biggest
my favorite
songs.
markets to be in, believe me. That's one of my favorite markets.
Yeah man, Trinidad. So somebody just go on cruise and they're on Shocking Vibes them. Until, I mean, I just started frustrated one time because I said, I'm not boss. And I remembered I was home one day and I was crying and I said, waste of time, this and that, I get too old now and I want for this, I'm not boss, so I'm going to start, I just look at work now. And I remember I was crying and I called Lady Saw and I said to her, I said, boy, mama, I look like I'm going to look at work because the music now work. I remember she said to me, I saw it going on, man. Some of you have the luck and some don't. And boy, I saw it go. I hung up. I remember I hung up because I said, boy, I don't know what to do. And then I remember I took up the phone now. I said, I call Lady G. And Lady G said to me, what you see you give up? You mad? Are you in your thing hot to and me have a rhythm and like Lady G said to me, I have a rhythm so she kind of uplift my heart, a little bit better than when I call Mama, because Mama said to me, boy, I say, go, some of you have the luck and some don't. But me never, just true, me love Mama, I said, I couldn't bother tell her, I said, boy, I never like what you said because we want somebody to cheer me up and still say, push on, But when we link up Lady G, I don't want to really say, push on, man, what do you have, I want to really make advice you. And I say, And I said, but by this time, I said to her, I said, boy, I'm going to change my name, because I feel like I have a name. To my name Lady Mackerel, I want but I'm going to change it. And I said, no disrespect to Major Mackerel, but I want a new name. She said, oh, no problem, man. I go buy it. So I said, Macka Diamond.
So you go.
That never name. And she said, never read them. Because as I tell them, I go through this whole frustration. Like, they must say 2000 come, the world will end, and all these things. And me, I said, boy, the world I got end. Me no want this name with me, because I want to change my career because they must say me an old artist and all these things. And me start thinking all something in my head. So by this time now, the mackerel, both of people that call me Macka. So, and then my sister always a flying from New York, Diamond. So I said to her one day, I said, I'm going to take your name now and call myself Macka Diamond. And she said, no, I always have blink up and have a diamond. Them, you know? So in my head, me they already know, so I'm going to change my name to that. But I'm still a little bit frustrated and I say, may I look somebody for uplift me. You know, when I make a call, it was like a Sunday evening, I'm just up on my veranda. And I said, I'm going to call Mama and see what Mama said because, you know, I'm going to call Mama and say, boy, so it go. And then I call Lady G, Lady G, I tell them about the rhythm. And when Lady G told me, I start feel look better, I said, what, G, I go advise me? She said, I go advise Vibes Cartel, and them people like tomorrow and we're going to send the rhythm come again. I feel so nice now. I remember that I recorded a song called Woman We Name, so we have wappy old man, so we don't run them, man. Yeah, man. And for Lady G rhythm. And you know what happened? When Lady G send, because them time they are sending rhythm to VP and all these things, you know? And right, and Lady G sending the rhythm to VP Records, and she called me one day and she said, Macka, you didn't know, so Chris from VP called me and asked me, who is Macka Diamond? And I said, where is it? He said, who is Macka Diamond? The girl is so good for the rhythm band. And I would not tell nobody, say, I mean, change the name, but I would not tell nobody. Lady G decided, we not talk to a little mackerel named Macka Diamond. We just go on like we don't know, you know? And I said, that him say? She said, yeah, man, is a good look, man. That's so good. I mean, I like what I'm saying. And she said, yeah, man, him say, I like it. And the girl is so good. And so I said, what? So same time now, me a friend now, because Lady G said, here what happened now? We have to go shoot a video. We'll go shoot a video. Then pour me now, I said, video? What me forget money from the shoot video after me not have money? You know what I do cool for you? And my first video this is not going to get in my life. You know? I go down at the Jamaica National Bank and tell them I'm going to open my bar business. I'm going to need 100,000 for start. At the time of the video I'm going to shoot. You know? But to me used to run one bar, I'm locked on the bar, they'll be kind of familiar with me. So, you know, I already get loan from them. So I can't get 100,000 now. So I decided to make a bar the 100,000 then and put it towards the video because Lady G I said all the way I have to come up with at least 100,000 to put towards. And then the 100,000 come like $1 million for me, you know. So I decided to take a chance because I bust me one bus. I said I get the loan, I never forget to get the loan. I'm gonna buy up my clothes, I'm gonna get every little thing I'm gonna want for the video. I'm gonna line up myself because we put towards the dance for them everything. I'm gonna drop and give Lady G my money. Poor Lady G don't know where me get the money from, but me gonna get my money. You see when the video drop, people are calling and say, them see me on TV, how me look good and people who know say Lady Mackerel, them I hear people say, boy, one new girl now a medley video. That was a medley video, you know, with me, Mama Sam and Lady G. But she make part of them do for them one thing. But the three I would try the three female I wish you record on it. The three I would do a medley video. And people are coming and say, you know, no say me hear people are say, we see one new video, one new girl with Lady G and Lady Sam near Macka Diamond and she look good in the video. Then I say, what? The new name at work. They must know some Lady Mackerel now. They must know some new girl named Macka Diamond in the video. So when me change the name to Macka Diamond now, I decide I'm not joking business. I'm hot now and get hot now. So by this time now, Murray them keep the show. So me start look for the show them because I used to tell myself, say, me a bad artist. So me still boss. But then I start to realize I'm not boss. Me have to go show the people them I'm bad. Because me can't wait for nobody to show the people them. You know? And me say I go take on the road. And I say when I take on the road. Every show when I look for me, when I book for me look. And I remember one time now, DJ Sunshine keep a show with pure female away, down Ochi. And they have this money lyrics. I didn't remember how the money lyrics are come out. But I know that with money lyrics. And every time I'm up on the stage, I'm get the forward, I say, money, money. And I see the people must say it back. So me a part of my friend named Lisa. So when I done perform now, but just walk up to Lisa and say, Lisa, you know, so when me a perform, I'm say money oh. The people them must say about money oh. You know say that slang that? I'm never hear no woman artist coming that slang that. So I go try with it. Them time the bounty killer say, people dead and all these things. So me I say, we want a slang. So me I say, I go work with the money oh. So when you decide to make a look for your show, them, I worry them, I keep on the barbecue, them, and everything what I keep now.
Big up
Me a
Stampede,
my
man.
brother named Stampede now. And me the Stampede, I mean I said Stampede, I come here go feet now and Stampede, I par with me now. Every time I dash for everything, you know. Me dash for everything, me no busy about no man, no relationship, no nothing, because I just music, I say, look, there's a time for Macka Diamond bus now, you know. I remember, because I had a big show, you know, man, and I run on. And I say, money, the whole place of mash up, blah, blah, blah. I'm start go couple places and I hear the money out. But one of the show them now, we have me week now. Remember some go on Georges. I think it was a Georges or a KC barbecue. I think it was a Georges though. A Georges barbecue used to keep up to this. Come to think KC keep them on up there. A Georges them. And everybody that I get boy now. Me say the big old show full of the boy people them sit on the one like what was the name? The stadium like a little Ronnie Williams. The boy them sit up on the chair and I boo off everybody off. I say boo, boo, boo. And then the time me I tell everybody what they did. I remember if Lexus is there, but I remember all of them. Remember all of them man that did them. And yes. And me I tell them, they tell them about my new name. So them decide to them all call me up. So it's like, so now, when me hear the word for boo, you know, boo, me say, me decide to me dog up there, you know. Then me just hear one of them, and then for others hear one of them say, but up one new artist, when near Macka Diamond, me I call her up to come take a piece. So me I said, Jesus, them says a pair boo go on. Why they call me up? So see me here, I saw me go up on the stage, you know. When me say Macka Diamond, I'm about to tremble, I said, Lord Jesus. Jesus, them time that me they counteract. Cartel have a song and take body and mash it. So me counteract it. So me run on now with me trembling and still I try hold it and grab the mic. I don't remember, I think Alize give me though. And I grab the mic and I say, money ya. When you say money ya. And man them look on with a stiff face. That time I run off the stage and you know, Jesus Christ, because the first time in my life, I get a real boo now. The man, them calm, never get boo. I'm turn up and watch a big man, them sit up on the chair and look for me, and I never go, you girl, if you talk, you go lick you off of that. He come back and the man, them saying, hey girl, hurry up, and go lick you off of that. So you see, when we go so, and them drop the rhythm. See me here? Take on, boy. You think me easy? You think you can get this a girl easy? Me take your things and me take your money too. So take on too. Take on, boy. You think me easy? You think you can get this a girl easy? Me take your things and me take your money too. Me tell them I sound fooling about it still makes sense. I'm saying, me number all the lyrics about yes, I'm going on the lyrics. I'm saying, yesterday, the fish and the bummy and the lobster. Like me say you carry me over L shop. Me make the boy him carry me over L shop. Yesterday fish. The person no, try to say. Me say cool face. Yes, so me go on the lyrics and me say, yesterday the boy carry me over L shop. Yesterday bummy and the fish and the lobster. Me carry it home and give it to me baby father. But you see the man them stand and stand in a village and brrr, the whole place and mash up. I mean Jesus. But see the man them get up over them foot and bust on blank. And I say, what? I run off your father. The good face, me run and then call me up back and me sing me rest of the counteraction them and mash up the place. You see the next day when me looking at the front of the paper and me picture that me see one new girl named Macka Diamond shell up George's barbecue and there's a backside. He looked like me going good for you, me hot, you know? And that's how it started, the Macka Diamond start.
The Sting clash between you and Paula, what year was that?
That was right before that Macka Diamond. I think it was 2001, I think. If it's not 2000, it has to be about 2001.
Because may I try to put the time
somewhere
with it because right after Sting, the name like not long after, like the January coming down, like by the
right, because the Macka Diamond name and take off now. So me start to gain attraction. Me start to gain attraction. So there comes the war between me and she because we were friends and they will pull up apart because somebody for some reason said I'm gonna pull you up because he wanted him said she was a better artist and she's the one that got bust and me not got bust. So that's the pulling up one. But when them pull me up now, them say me I take off. Cause me I mash up some show and them start seeing on the paper naturally like me not even have no publicist, me just go on the paper them naturally, you know, whether good or bad. You know, I remember I got one Vibes Cartel album release party, but me never go and go beard and dress. And as me tell you, when the Macka Diamond name come, me never business about nothing. Me just want boss. I'm a name me I look for. So me when me go at the album release in my regular clothes, I'm up on the road with, and me mash it up everything. But the next day, them write up, oh, she could go and go beard and change and dress properly, but me never care. So me that go through all of these excitement and things. You know, so as I said, the people say a long time people talk things about me, I don't care.
And mash it up. And that was the first thing they had to say.
Right. So them stays a long time. So I think that clash was because that me end up a going good. Me change my name 2000 and the name Macka Diamond I go on creeping upon them in the 2001. And then it just bust out with it done already in a 2002.
Bring it up.
That's exactly what.
I don't remember if I was at that sting, but I remember that sting when they decided that you and Queen Paula, which were two persons that friends for a long while, been treading the road, everybody try bus. And I know this business can be what the word I'm looking for. It can be competitive is the word. It's very competitive. And people always do this to the artists now. And business do it eventually. Because it happened with Cartel and Assassin, it happened with Mavado and Cartel. It up with Biggie and Tupac. It's not just dancehall. It's across the book.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool because me never understand this war thing that the music and me just have it said from me find a big song, me just at and people love me. Me never know about the war part where dancehall is concerned. Because me is not that type of person. Me don't know how to cuss and do certain things, you know? So when them bring that to me, them already know that she was more aggressive person than me. You know, so that is why they choose her over me to manage her and spend the money. That time she get the money spent on, but me, them dash me well, but me just use the raw talent and just overcome it, you know?
There's a point where I get to, but me just want to break it down for everybody who I watch. The business, as I said, the business has always been competitive and people have always felt, especially, I guess, when in the female side of the business was like a very, back in the day, you would never have more than 2 or 3 female in the game that were really relevant at that time. So in most people's eyes that there wasn't a space there for female artists. So it would have been easy for someone to sell it to someone and say, yo, in order for your boss, you know, so you have to war with that woman or you have to stay far from the woman and this or that. It was easy to sell.
Exactly. Even with, yes. And I always book up on a lot of people like that way. Since even my power with them, they end up stop talking to me because the war is better according to them.
So you and our power all along, you guys, the name Macka Diamond and make a little buzz. They got you and Queen Paula to battle it out at Sting, which wasn't too weird because Sting was built on that kind of foundation of war. It's not, so we're not trying to bash Sting for the case.
But the thing about it was a sudden attack to me. Because I was busy trying to make the Macka Diamond name. So me never really penetrate no war thing. But because that person, I knew of the person that took her up as a manager, they decided to come after me because I was striving. Because remember I said 2 way apart, the person with the money said, Macka naga boss, Macka them think a she a boss. So they took she. But Macka decided say, me nah give up. I'ma keep pushing and my career start take off. You know, so they decided that I could go for her. Yeah. You know, which not never wrong with it because it's a learning process. But the common come for me same with them they bring buses and ton load of people. Me not understand nothing. Me run out, whatever. Me never really care. But it so happens that after this thing, me end up Blacker end up come find me. And Blacker said to me, said, no worries, I may go par, I'm okay, I go meet some people. And Blacker took me to meet Christopher Birch, them one of big yard studio, and that's how me end up recording.
That is why I
done already.
I wanted
that
to
just
bring
took
up
off.
the whole clash situation, because Sting, for most people over the years, Sting is a make or break situation. Once most artists, once they don't perform up to standard and Sting, they normally take a big hiatus. Like Super Cat and Ninja Man, after that, Super Cat kind of take a little hiatus. Ninja Man and Shabba take a little hiatus. Most times after Sting, if there's a battle going on a Sting and you lose, or take a hit, you normally take a hiatus or your career drown out.
But remember, say Macka Diamond is different. Me always come with something different. Because when we put hiatus, we get big.
I like that to say. After Sting, I remember that Sting where everybody said Paula won and whatever the case is, and everybody's just like, yo, if Paula win, that means that Paula go boss January morning, she gonna be the artist, and Macka Diamond go drown out, nobody not gonna hear about her, and everybody wonder what gonna happen January morning. Here comes this big record. The next year after.
Because Macka Diamond was focused. Macka Diamond was saying, all right, them feel like me not come to stop the music. And I started to take telling. So I mean, like I had Black Her and a couple of people were saying, just go vice, man, just go continue work. And I took their advice and that's what happened.
Done already, because
I found
this is a make or break moment. Right after Sting, everybody said Macka Diamond did a Sting. Queen Paula is a new queen. She's gonna run the place for the next year. And here comes Macka Diamond, go in the studio, go buy the Great Birch with Blacker and sat down to come up with a song to hit the market the next year. When everybody say, yo, there was no chance of you rebounding. There's no chance of you coming back.
And the wickedest part of it, there was born to kill other big artists on that rhythm. And me I recorded last and come and stand up right beside all of the songs then, and actually went #1. So I mean, I went to the studio and I was hurt and everything, but me decided to say me I work under the pressure and I have to do it. And the done already song, it was a song that I had already. I had that song already, you know. So when Blacker took me to Birch and I heard the rhythm, I just fit the song on the rhythm. So we actually, that song was already, I had it, you know, and had the idea already. It wasn't all of the song I had the punchline and part of it. So I sat there and Christopher Birch put me in a room and him said, go in a Shaggy room and there's some fine beer, it song. And I said, what? Shaggy room? Yes. He put me in a room and said, Shaggy room that's in the same fine beer, it song. I start tremble again. I said, I have to do this. And I remember it was a Friday evening and he put me in the room and I sat there and I put the song together, put it, and then he said, come into the studio, sing what you have. And when I sing it now, him say, everything sound good, but guess what? On Monday morning, I come vice it. That time I know, so I test me, and I like him, I say, let me test her, see if she will cuss me out. And I say, okay, boss, no problem. You know, so I go home the Friday, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep, I wait for Monday, like me, I say, if I sleep Monday, I go pass.
They say, if you sleep Monday, I go pass.
Me say, I don't sleep. But me used to love. Yes, because under the pressure and all of the stress from Sting and all these things, I can't afford to go sleep well. So I say, I'm not sleeping, I'm Monday evening, me sleep or Monday night. And I just go there Monday, and I'm tell my love about Christopher Birch. He know how to bring out the best out of me when he record me. He was one of them producers where sit around the board, and if he said to me, do it this way, do it that way, I understood him well and would do it the way how he wants it. So he used to love that about me. I was a good recording artist. I think that is what saved me. You know? I'm a very good recording artist and I have a sound for myself and it sound good, you know. So when me in the studio now and me write a song and come out, him already had the Bounty Killer. I think Seetyah and Lady Star was yes, Loser. Couple of them were on the rhythm. What's the name? TOK.
Elephant was on it too.
You know, right. And I remember about 2 weeks or so after, I was at home and every time I turn the rhythm, I just hear the rhythm and hear my song I play as somebody come up with it. I say, oh my God, I just started to say yes, I feel good, and I just start mash up the radio, and but still wasn't a little denial, you know. And I remember I get a phone call from Lady Song. She said, "You find it, you know?" I said, "I find it for you." And she said, "Yeah, man, that song that we play on the radio for Birch, you find it." I said, "Thank you, man, thank you." And you know, I still never believe. All when I hang up from her, I said, "I like shot, tell me about it." You know, when I
Oh,
believe now, you
Jacone.
know who call me? Snow Cone. Me see my phone I ring, and I answer the phone, it's a big Snow Cone. I say, "Snow Cone here, Mama, you find it your boss now?" And I say, "Oh my," when
Or
the
the
Snow
real
Cone
dada.
tell
Or
me, I
the
say, "Oh
real when the
yes,
dada call you
okay."
and tell you start hit a hint.
That's it. So I say, "We look at my boss situation." Me was so then I started to just accept it, you know, say this is it now. So I said it was around in the 2002, and everything just gone a lead. Me got number 1. But just
Round
all
of
the
applause
shows them
once
start
again
coming
because as
in,
we say
and
people,
me give thanks.
people don't understand how serious it is for you to go, and that's why I need to break it down for people to understand that when you go to a sting, and if you gonna clash and don't come out the victor, it's not much people can walk away from that, and the next month or a couple months after, they become an artist that break out of the, even artists were hot, miss a sting, and then the next year them take a hiatus and have to breeze and take a long vacation.
And cool thing, when you see the song done already took off, there were artists that were recording the rhythm that Birch was telling me that they started to complain and say, "You shouldn't buy song, and we first know you, and where and you're a producer, and you go buy song and this and to my song take off, and them start complaining. I mean, I'm start to say to myself, say, I saw the business corrupt. You know, come as I'm just a boss now, you know,
You
so me never
finally,
know me think so
after
when you
doing
boss,
music all this
everybody gonna
years,
love you and
you
embrace
finally
you.
find after where you just come from, you find a genuine hit song and people still wasn't happy.
Yes, because there were people who recorded before me and they complained to Birch, and Birch started to say, "Boy, me feel away because everybody them a cuss me and say, you just come and me go vice and me shouldn't vice you, and it's like it's a feeling because your song go around everything, and what about foolishness?" And me did feel away and myself come here and say, "Oh, that feel to me, no, me just a boss and them a big artist before me," and you know, so it was crazy. You know, and we just pray about it and we just keep move on, and we just, you know, so even sometimes when Christopher Birch used to wonder why I never used to stick around him like that is because of the whole fight, that struggle when we end up go through us, so I keep her, you know, I never really want, I don't want nobody else to complain and say them know him before me and all these things. You know, I respect and love him for give me the boss and everything, but maybe kind of keep a little bit wide where me notice that him kind of did feel a way about it, but me never really did tell him. Say I become a see the fight me I get, and the people them were, you know, them I
Birch
really
is
want to see
Birch
me and him
is
at work, and them
is
just
one of the more, as far as I know, Birch is one of the most pleasant person in the music business.
true, and him talk to everybody. Me rate Birch, and then Blacker always insisting, come and go buy him and come and go buy him, and then sometime him you know, if him act weird, me I say, boy, look like them in him ears again, you know, in my own little feeling, me just in my own little feeling, you know. Then comes Bonham. Then comes Bonham.
Bonnie
And
was a
Bonham
game
shut them
changer.
up.
Big up to Blacker again. Tell us for the people because that song, like I travel with you and see the reaction you got from that song. There's no place that we have ever gone where that song wasn't a song that you have to DJ 20 times. And at one point,
True.
you would DJ your part, and then you would bother DJ Blacker part. The crowd would DJ it at one point till you would start pick random people out of the crowd to come and DJ Blacker part. And everybody sing that record. So
Them
that
just
record
sing it.
is
Everybody want
a powerhouse record. Every single wear.
right. I know say, be honest with you, what happened, what caused all of that. So basically, when Bonham took off, I was fully booked out already, you know. I had all these shows already. So when the song got take off now, I know say it's me and Blacker do the song. So Blacker was kind of a little bit complaining that him now come at the show them because I should have them booking on it and all these things. So me I said to him say, no man, still come and whatever money I earn, me still gonna put something in your pocket. And when Blacker decides say, okay, no problem, me start to notice say if tonight me have a show, I'ma call Blacker, him turn off him phone. I mean always have to end up go by myself. So me I say, maybe him not feel pleased about it, you know? Me not gonna force him. So me keep calling him each time for come, and it's like in the open I'm like feelings. I said, why? Them should have put him picture on it. But those were shows I'm already the book for, so me I try to encourage him. So just make that 1 year a blow off, and then by the time they will end up at the shows them together. And the come where most of them come to most of these shows to perform the song with me. That's when the crowd, I had to use the crowd so the people just adapt to it. Yeah, so that was part of why the crowd end up singing for me. The people must adapt to it and decide to say, you know, okay, I'm gonna sing it, you know. But I never usually really cry about it and say, well, one black and one come and wear him. I never pay that no mind. I just say, I saw it go, I understand him. I want him see him pitch up on the flyers and I want have him own shows. You know, and but then the people them start to beat him bad now and say, Blocker, you come tell the woman have a bun with and better Macka do the song with a woman and this and that, you know.
You see, that's the thing about music.
Yeah, man, I choose the person to fight them. Somebody tell me someone must do a documentary. Them say me strong. I true, me strong, man. Me go through, if me talk something, me get go through in a music, man. People marvel. And then it's a cool feel that there's a lot of things, you know. A lot of times, me see people on the internet, them will bash me and them will do things about me. There's a lot of things I can talk, but I don't fight fire with fire, you know. But my documentary, a lot of people say, Macka, me need for us do my documentary because, you know, it's crazy. And not care how much try to say, me I help people, it's still, them just turn on for me more time. And all the things just reach me, and I just say,
people,
I just me that.
People in life,
you know?
somebody has a Blocker, bad mind and stuff. All right, but here we know. So the business, and Tanto, you know this too. Business is a thing where Satan have an in music. Because them said nobody, the person with the most beautiful voice was Lucifer.
Right.
So him have an hand in music. So that's why music is so lovely, but it's still wicked at the same time.
Right, because sometimes it's not the people that are not cool face, the people in them ears. People go down in Blacker ears and say, no, go over there. Make sure put up on the flyers them. You know?
Ears and say, boy, Blacker, look how you try whether you can't go on a Birch, get
yes.
big song you know, shall look back a show and you now go on the show. But Blacker was hot at the time too. So like Blacker wasn't getting shows. Blacker was getting
in that check out something.
Yes,
on the ground. Yeah. In the art too, yeah. But the show them, once him not up on the show them, he decided that he wasn't coming with me. And then him go sing for himself too, you know. And but that's allow him, make him do it my own big man, they couldn't force him. But we are still friends, him and we're good same way, you know, everybody know Blacker that many of my friends same way, you know, because we not say we're ungrateful. You know, we have to say big him up because if I never he make me know Birch them and go around there. You know, I'm show him but my love and help him out too. When
I want to hear for all the people because I know how this goes. Tomorrow morning everybody I go want to know. And this is something I want to know. People, this song is one of the biggest songs I've traveled with you, I've seen it, I've played, I've gone to other places and seen it. I want to tell us, give us some insights how the song came about. What was the reason and what was the process like making a Bonim record?
What the Bonim? I remember Birch gave us the rhythm, but by that time I was parring with a little guy called Teflon.
Yeah, big up
Teflon. And Teflon was a little man very good on the writing and because what people don't understand about me, you know, I always have the ideas them. I always have a lot of ideas, but people can manifest them for me. And I have my writing too, but sometimes I like when to hear somebody else's idea. So by this time, me and Blacker parent him decide to say, "More men do a song for the rhythm." So Teflon was really the little man. We come up with all these ideas and say, "Macka, you go sing that." And this is what Blacker go say. And when I say it, I say, Macka Bonim. But honestly, when we even, I never did expect it. For big as all people at all. I never expect it. Because no say I do one song with Blacker because him deserve it now because him can't go Birch. And because Blacker was saying, you know, I do one song with me. And it started with a stage where I'm looking more so vexed. And then see me as a team up to today, they see the right time came and the right song, you know? And me just well want us do the song with him for show my appreciation to him because him come and par with me and I appreciate him. So Teflon was the one that really
No, not Rasta Teflon.
written this song and
Teflon.
say,
This was like
and I mean put in
Slim you that used to be around. Big up Teflon, anyway.
No. I live the guy. Yeah, and you know we are putting our one little words them and whatever. So I used to sit at home, me and Teflon, and we used to write songs together. So Blacker came that day and the Walla with vibes and it was it came out of it. So that's how it is. It was more like in the home.
So like most time when people
chilling,
record hit songs, then they normally know the hit songs them. So in the studio I record it and Blacker come in and start ball up Bunny Mario. What was this vibe in the studio like?
You know, set up art. For our original studio now, because Blacker, everything a Blacker record I got art. Now one thing with him, I'm sure about everything. But loving vibes. Blacker is a man where believe in himself, and that's what I used to love with him. And him just believing in himself. I think I learned a lot of these believing in myself from Blacker. You understand? Him believing in himself and him want your power with him. Him will make you feel like say you have to believe in yourself. So by the time we buy it down, you hear Birch already. Because Birch is a man, if he not like his song and feel like it's not going away, he's not recording. So when even Christopher Birch was like, gonna find it, gonna find it.
So
I'm gonna feel good for no so we find it because I'm saying all of the good the Blacker do for me. Bring me God so we find a hit song together. Then we make sure to you see after the 1 year blow off, when we start at the foreign show them the England, the Canada, they bring him with me. Make sure
when the song rhythm come out, because I remember the rhythm originally came out with Shaggy and Olivia first. Originally that was the song, a single came out for that. And then Birch and some of the stuff
you are right
like
about
extra breakdown to the rhythm. And then add the juggling on it.
Right.
Yeah. It was a big song.
So, the place already. Shaggy
Olivia
and
from G Unit. So when the juggling came out and then it started playing on the radio, when you hear it on the radio, when then the phone start call or you heard it on the radio, because I tell people sometimes when you hear a song, like when you're in the studio, because I make songs all the time. So sometimes in the studio the vibe good. My test is left the studio, go sleep, wake up the next morning, get up, press play, and if I still get back the same energy, then I normally move towards just like, yeah, this might be the song. So I say, so when it
cool thing, then time the radio and mash up the place. When the song I play on radio, everybody has them come on, you know the song at. So the song was just blazing, and every minute everybody play just I pull it up. People are calling, I know plus Blacker already, Blacker call. And I said, no, you hear the song on the radio that and then they start mash up the party them. That was an instant hit. Bunny started to mash up every party from the start to play. It just started to shell the party them. Cause even Shaggy looked at me and said, boy, mama, that song, you're doing great. And Shaggy acknowledged and said, you and Blacker did a great job on the rhythm, because I mean the song actually went beside him and Olivia run around it, go beside him, run. So it really came there, Bunny man is like it was just his song and the Bunny. Other songs were on it, but Bunny just
here comes the nightmare again. Find the biggest song of your career right now to date, and with somebody that gave you the strength and you wanted to give him the strength, and now you guys merge and the song is a hit. But then came something called backlash. Blacker came under a whole attack up pressure, especially from the males. Counterpart in dancehall.
Them say you couldn't go do the song with energy. You couldn't go do it with this.
I definitely knew a lot of people dislike, a lot of men dislike Blacker for that record. Everybody used to beat him. Everybody beat him.
Poor Blacker. And then him go change him name now and say Blacker. So they cuss him more now.
Oh, you feel tell bad man girl fin pond. You what bad thing about that boy. Yo, him get a beat. Get a beat for the record. Boy, it was but as you say,
button beaten. And remember said there were times when him gone even other places to perform and I'm not there. And I remember one time somewhere up at Brownstone, some people were calling me and telling me, said, last night them boo black up at Brownstone. I said, really? Because a lot of the time when I said them are booing, me never see it yet because I think when me and them are performing, the people them kind of have a little more sympathy. But it's like when him go by himself, they claim that he was getting booed, but I have never seen it. I've never experienced, but people say it.
You and him there is a whole different story. Him by himself, knowing all Jamaican men will always go on like we're tough and tough and tough, but somewhat we're somewhat insecure. So just to hear a man I say, yo, I tell man say, yo, as him say, as the story goes, it would have been okay if Blacker said, bun him and come sleep with me, bun him and make Mayor do a thing, but bun him and take man pan him, in general, that was the problem.
Oh, so I'm just saying, Macka bun him and come take me. Yeah.
So everybody was saying, youth, or you would advise the woman to go take man pan, yes or what? Or yeah, and not even yourself, but your advisor if you go take other man. That don't make sense. So Black Her got
and you believe it now that Bonim has been added to a lot of playlists now. Since we've gone to the digital world, it has added on a lot of the top playlists. Them Bonim is also added to the clubs in America right now. That you know when you only play 4 to 5 dancehall music in the club, Bonim is actually on that playlist now. So it's like every club, Yankee club, all over, Bonim has to be played.
I'm not surprised. It's a quality. The concept of the song was good. The quality of the song was good. It really.
And it's a passed on from generation to generation. The younger girls them picking it up now, and because it went viral on even TikTok.
And the video was.
You know, I see a lot of girls singing it, and you know, so the
one part stuck in the video is what's his name? Spotlight sneaking in the house and step on the squeaky tie.
Oh,
that imagery is stuck in my head.
Yeah, it got very unique, very unique. Yeah, yeah, man.